Welcome back to the Barry Charles Footy Show. Ready to rock and roll here in the review of Magic Round 2023. Who's going to win all the games here on the greatest game of all, Rugby League? Obviously, Manly have got some issues at the moment with Josh Schuster. Are they signing Kyle Flanagan? What's happening with Cooper Johns? There's a lot of issues around there. Josh Schuster, do you think the punch up at the barbecue? Do you think he should be out the door? He was talking it big at the start of the season that he didn't go to Samoa in the World Cup because he wanted to be the best for Manly, and he just hasn't delivered, unfortunately. Can he get there? It's up to him to deliver. Let's get anyway to the football. Let's look at the review show here, preview show. Bulldogs versus Raiders on Friday Night Football here at Suncorp. For the Bulldogs, injuries have been a big key, but Jacob Kiraz is back for you Doggies fans. Josh Reynolds and Matt Burton in the halves. Is that the right thing? I think Carl should be starting for mine. I don't think he should be there. I still question with Josh Reynolds is in this team, but they got the win last week, so good on them. Reid Mahoney, I still think could go to another level. Tavita Pangai Jr., and he's playing some very good football. Expect there could be some late changes. Max King might not play with some injury concerns. Let's look at the Raiders side though. Xavier Savage, exciting. He's not playing fullback though, but he's playing on the wing. Good to see him back. Jared Croker getting close to 300 games. He's proven me wrong. He's obviously over his injuries and playing very good football at the moment. Jack Whiten, I think Fogarty needs to lift if the Raiders are going to be any good this season. Very good forward pack there. Josh Papali'i, Tapane, Young, Elliot Whitehead and Corey Horsburgh. Really, I can only see one-way traffic here. The Raiders should win. Does that mean they will? I'm going for the Raiders in this one. Raiders by 12 points. And let's go for Jordan Rapana to score a try. Let's get to the next game here. On Friday Night Football, Seagulls against the Broncos. Yes, the Broncos. Seagulls see Brad Parker and Kohler back, so that's good, both from injuries. Ben Travojevic is back from hamstring issues. And obviously losing Sipley for 3-match ban. It's disappointing because he's been very good off the bench for Manly, as well as Jake Travojevic being out, so there's some big issues there. But obviously Tommy Turbo is back, which makes it good. And for the Broncos, Ezra Mam and Payne Huss return, so I'm expecting big things here from Broncos after a disappointing loss last week. Manly, obviously, they've got a good team with Olakau'atu, but I just feel they're just lacking a little bit of punch, and I think you will see Broncos bounce back in a big way here, and I think they might win 13 plus. I'm going to go 18 for the Broncos, and I'm expecting some big things here. Selwyn Cobbo to score a try, and expect Reece Walsh to carve up. Let's have a look at the Saturday game. Warriors versus Panthers. The Warriors have Tohu Harris and Carl Nickel Clockstack back. So that's good for them. And Panthers have a big in with James Fisher-Harrison. And Spencer Lenu could be a late replacement, but we're not sure about that. I'm looking at the Warriors team. I'm disappointed. I think Dylan Walker should go back to the bench. I think they could bring in a Ronald Volkman type player there to play number 6, which would just strengthen the team, because I think there's just a little bit of lack of punch off the bench, and I think Dylan Walker would bring that. But they obviously are not going that way, so we'll see if the Warriors can bounce back after they just couldn't handle the wet conditions and just didn't have enough class in the team. And I think Penrith expect a bounce back factor for mine. They have a few injury concerns. Obviously, Tyra Pinch into the centres. Dylan Edwards is playing good football. Nathan Cleary, Jerome Luai. As I keep saying every week, he needs to step up. Maybe this is the game he does. It still looks like to me, I think the Panthers will win. I'd love to see the Warriors win, but I'm not sure. I just hope the Warriors aren't going on a downward spiral. As often the case of the Warriors, we will see if AJ Webster has got enough to get them rocking and rolling in. But I think the Panthers will get this one by 12 points with Toho to score a try. Let's go to the Sharks, and pretty much a home game for the Dolphins. They played most of the games at Suncorp this season. Royce Hunt has been named to prop with Brandon him and Luwali out, unfortunately, with the injury in the hip drop tackle. With Dale Finucane obviously making his return, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes. But big ins for the Dolphins. Tessie Lou's back, Anthony Milford and Mason Tink will return. And there's a possibility there for Lance Tefari might get a go in this game. But if you look, this is going to be a big game because the Sharks have been good, but defensively weak. And Dolphins have been able to score against a lot of teams. And if you're defensively weak, the Dolphins might come up and be a boil-over. This is a big game here. Nico Hines, to me, if he can get this game under his belt, I think he could be saying he will be in the Origin team. This is a big test. I mean, Dolphins, don't underestimate the Dolphins. They're playing good football. I think the Sharks will get this one by 6 points, but you never know with the Sharkies. I'm just not 100% sure on them being the top team that people are starting to say they are. They are good, but just defensively are still weak, and that's where they need to. If they lift the defensive, then they'll be very good. I'm going to go Sharks by 6 with Nico Hines to score a try. Let's look at the last game on Saturday Night Football here. The Storm versus the Rabbitohs. Am I going to not pick the Rabbitohs for the third week in a row? Well, maybe if you're Rabbitohs fans, well, I'm a Rabbitohs fan too, but I just keep not picking them. Maybe it's the secret sauce for them to win. Elise Katoa is expected to play, even though he got a head knock in the Anzac Day game. Tyron Wishart and Tominazu back in the team. If Katoa is ruled out. Tavita Tola and Hams Sully are back to starting roles here. Liam Knight's returned, so it'll be very good for them. You can't get a read on the Storm because sometimes they play brilliant, sometimes they play shocking. This is another big statement game here for the Rabbitohs. If they knock this one off, put it this way, if Rabbitohs win this game, they're the team to beat this season. They really have started to rock and roll, and if they beat the Storm, I will admit the Rabbitohs are the team to beat. But in saying that, I do believe the Storm can get this team. When you've got Harry Grant, Cameron Munster in the team, that's where I worry. They're very good players. So I'm going to go Storm here by 1 point. I think this could be a nail-biter. And Cameron Munster to score a try. Now let's go to Sunday football. West Tigers versus the Dragons. Tommy Talau back into centres with Brett Naden suspended. With the Dragons, Zach Lomax and Jacob Lillo being dropped. Interesting here for me, what I've been calling for a while, Ben Hunt at 9. And I think Ben Hunt should get a 9 straight away. Don't know why they're waiting to put him on the bench. Just put Ben. It could happen. Ben Hunt straight to 9. Put Jaden Sutherland starting. Regardless what they do, I think the Tigers are on a roll now, and Tigers will get up in this game by 6 points. But there's no confidence in that one. John Bateman, also Papalili playing good football. Now Roosters versus the Cowboys. This will be a good game to watch here. To me, I think the Cowboys are going to turn up for this game. Hallam Lukey having a game under his belt, he'll be a lot better. Ruben Cotter's playing good football. But obviously they need Chad Townsend and Tommy Den to jump up and bounce this. I'm going to go the Roosters, but I'm not convinced of the Roosters yet. But I still go the Roosters by 10 points and Joey Manu to score a try. Now the final game of the round, Titans versus the Eels. I think Jalen Campbell playing fullback going to be good for them. They're better rocks and diamonds, and so are Parramatta, to be honest, at times. This game. Now David Fafita, he's pushing for Origin selection. Tino's playing well. I think the forward pack here, the Titans can get up. It's just whether or not they can defend enough against Parramatta, who are very gritty defensively. So this is going to be an interesting game to watch. I nearly would pick the Titans, but I have to go the Eels by 6 points in this one. And Ryan Madison's playing good football. For me, I would put him in the Origin team, but I don't think he'll get picked after last year's. Heroics, Clint Gufferson in good form, and Moses, if he continues his form, look out. Anyway, that's the Barry Charles Footy Show. That's my tips for this week. I hope you enjoy the footy this weekend at Magic Round. If you're going up there, have fun. Otherwise, I'll see you at the next video.